Good morning. Here we go. NASDAQ down 1.5%. Yada yada. Let's go to the hourly. This looks organized to me. I think we get a rally. I mean, look, you don't even have like huge RSI drop. This, see how it's controlled going down? That's not panic. Now, if we retest this and then drop, then you could see panic. Then your RSI would really, really drop. But if we get back above this trend line and push up, we could have a odd reversal day. And I'm not quite sure the market is going to go completely down yet. I think we might get a bounce. Now, if you break, see, we're still holding this low. If we break that, then we'd go down to here to 24,300 about. It's if we break 24,239.75. If that breaks, then you'll get a waterfall selling. That'll the bulls will stop at that point. So that's the level that you need to watch there. Until that breaks, and especially right where it's at now, we could push back up. And I don't think we make new highs yet on this. Well, I'm not going to say that. If we hold this low, yeah, we can make new highs again. But if we break this, I think we're going to go much lower before we go higher. I definitely wouldn't be buying anything in here. That's for sure. I definitely wouldn't be buying tech. Haven't been buying tech since the summer. Okay. I'll go back to here because let's look at VIX. The market has a VIX problem. It has for several years, actually. We're outside the Bollinger, so yeah, I kind of expect a rally today, and then carnage. I don't think the carnage is done just because how strong it is. And it's strong, but it's not going anywhere. That's my problem with the NASDAQ. You have strong buying, but you're not going anywhere. So that to me says that you need to drop first. Until we break these, until we start breaking highs, then I want nothing to do with this. I'll just hold my VIX. Yeah, lower RSI on a higher high on the hourly. I think we get a little bit of a rally today. I think they want to get some of the bears out before they really drop it. Okay. Now, let's talk about oil. I'll erase that thing. This is a long trend line. long trend line, and we just broke it. We've broken it before, but come back. We're way outside the Bollinger. We tagged the 200. So if we were going to drop, now would be the time. And I think, again, if the market rallies, I think oil retracts here. But I think it's just temporary, because I think the cat is out of the bag on this one. See that we're clearly broken out on the monthly. This baby's gone. So get your gasoline, boys and girls, because we're going to. Well, you don't want to know where we're really going. 179 is the 100%, and economies break at 175 oil. So strap on. It's going to get crazy. I think we go to 255 oil eventually. This is a monthly chart, so that's not tomorrow. Although if Iran starts lighting the oil fields, it will be tomorrow. Yeah, and here's why. The world is at capacity oil production. There's no more oil coming online. You can't demand a cow give you more milk. There's just no more oil to be had. So the price can only go up. Sure, they can manipulate it day in and day out, but on this monthly chart, it's over. They're just not finding more oil, and to replace, they're going to need the oil for people to use in their vehicles. Trump's going to get hammered here very quickly about gas prices, and so they're going to demand every industry and everything that uses oil convert to nuclear or solar or whatever. They're going to demand those businesses convert over so that the people can have what's remaining of the oil. And that's the only way they're going to keep prices down. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to put a massive demand on businesses to provide their own energy sources. And so they're going to go after, here we go. They're going to go after the nuclear sector hard. And everyone's like, well, why is nuclear dropping? Because they want it cheap. They want you to sell out of this because they know where the future's going. They're not going to buy when they know they can get it cheaper. If they can get you to panic sell out of something, they will. And then they'll buy it from you. Okay. This is also going to be coal. Coal is going to go through the roof because they're going to use everything. They're going to burn every fossil fuel on the planet over the next 10 years. And that sounds like hyperbole, but it's really not. So the energy is where you want to be. As I said in my video, if you didn't watch it, this is the ETF of the future, not SPY, not QQQ, OIH. This is going into the thousands. This is where money will be parked for the next 10 years. Not in SPY, not in QQQ. These are ending. These are on their last legs. Uh, and that doesn't mean now. I'm not calling for a crash. I think we drop and then rally. But this is not where I'm going to be in the next 10 years in tech at all. I don't want this. I want oil. See, this is peaking. This is taking off. That's the transition. And you haven't missed it, but man, you missed the good entry. That was November, yeah. Over the summer from April till November. Okay, there's my oil preaching. I'll be done with that. Let's go to the cues and see what today's gonna bring. Looks like we're dropping. Again, I think we could hit like 593, 593.60, 593.50, and then rally. Or we could rally here. Not really a divergence, but we're just on the hourly. That would be a pretty strong rally if we got a divergence on the hourly, but I'm not expecting a real strong rally. Oh, strong is relative because I think we can go back up to here. Yeah, you have one on the half hour, but yeah. Again, today I expect a rally. We've already exceeded the low expected move for the day. That was 599. So it's all down. And when I do the expected moves, those are how I play those. Those are the lows are buy zones for me and the highs are sell zones for me. And again, that's with a stop, a buy with a stop, because if it breaks that low, I'm out of that position. Don't hold losers, and that's only day trading. That's only for day trading. Well, you could use that for swing trading, but yeah, I don't swing trade the cues right now. They're trouble. So I'll just day trade in and out, few minutes, literally a few minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Okay. There's the 5 minute. Yeah, see how we're building below that trend line? I expect us to spike down right here, 593.60. Ride it open, get everybody really bearish, just buying puts like crazy, and then rip them out of them. That's kind of what I would expect to see today. But that's my level to watch there. That would be my buy zone, would 593.50, right around that area. If it turns around, I'd scalp that and then sell right in here, 598, 599. So I'd just take that quick move. That would be my plan for the day if I'm looking to trade this. Other than that, I'm watching Indo be spectacular, like I always knew it would. And yes, I have a price target of $80+ on this. And everyone says, I am. How do you get such a silly price target? Well, because China doesn't produce their own oil. They get their oil from Iran, Venezuela, and Russia. Russia's at mass production. In fact, the entire world's at mass oil production. Like, you can't demand a cow give you more milk. You can't demand Russia give you more oil. They don't have any more to give you. So they're going to get it from Indonesia. That's the next closest person. So we get oil spikes. And yes, this will go crazy. As you see, let me take look at that. Look at it going crazy. And I'll do this so that you can see what I showed my group. Look at silver. I want you to pay attention to this box right here. See what this did? Now I'm going to go look at OIH. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And look at that. That looks very similar to this. Does it not? And you can do that with anything. Let's go down the line. Let's look at Bohr. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Could we get up to $20? Sure could. WTI. What? How about Oxy? Ooh, interesting. EGY? Well, that's very interesting. GTE. Again, bottom feeding these. These have a long way to go. Rig. Just getting started. And now if you go to the big boys, these have already left the station. These left in November. I don't prefer these guys. The ones I prefer are my SLB, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that bottom. Look at that takeoff. Yes, I expect us into the hundreds. My Halliburton. Excellent. My Nove. Beautiful. And BKR. Baker Hughes. Already gone. Okay. Oh. And here's BBR. And then EC, another. These are South American. And you better believe that those are going to pump like crazy. That's where the oil is going to come from. Okay, let's look outside of oil. Let's go to retail. Again, this looks like it's okay. I mean, sure, we can drop 24 and we'll probably lose this trend line. We'll probably drop down here. Oh, that's still 24.12. 26.40, 50. Yeah. We can drop in this range, but I expect us to bounce out of this. Again, I'm not calling for a crash. I'm calling for a big drop and then rip up in the markets. Oh, Under Armour looks so good. Like it's just starting. Same with Puma. So good. Again, I'm just down to stock in this. I've sold out all my options, and that looks terrible on a daily. I mean, it looks like we're clearly going to roll over. which would be down to 620. Yeah, these are all going to get hit because shipping's been disrupted. All right, let's look at some new tech. This is this is actually tech that I do own. I don't own Mag 7 except for Tesla. This, I said my target was 100. We're almost there right now. And yes, I will be bailing at 100 or very near. I'll probably start bailing at 99. In fact, I'll probably start selling as soon as I get off this. Iridium looks fantastic to me. This looks fantastic. I'm bullish in Iridium. See no reason to be out of that. UAMI looking good. Now Quantum, that no, that is the opposite of looking good. And I was weary of Quantum. It had those huge days. But I still just sold into it. I do, yeah. I see these all going lower. Quantum, another drop. Qubits, look at that. It's getting crushed already this morning. Wow. And yeah, I have, I think this will probably break 16 here. I didn't like this. I didn't like how we hit the box. I didn't like this. This just seemed like an oversold rally. And now I think it's ready to roll over for real selling. But I think we'll hold divergence. I think the RSI will hold, but I think this will get some panic selling. Looks like it already is. It down 6% this morning. Iron is on support and probably lost it. Yeah, just lost support. We'll see if this 28 holds overall when these start dropping. Again, I expect this to drop and get a rally and retest this 41 and then really sell. So I expect all these to get a bid today and rally up to this what was support and is now resistance. Probably all of these. RR. Yeah. What is my drop dead for RR? 30 cents. Well, let's get a little bit better than that. $1.36. Nope. $1.88, I think, is where I had RR. So I'll revisit it when it's down there. Sunrun, again, this is one of those interesting ones where this was looking good. I mean, it had a bullish divergence, and I wanted to see, I thought we were going to break out because it had a really good setup right here to break out, and it dropped. But I think this is again where the future's going to be, because they're going to demand people find alternative energies so that they can, they're going to demand companies find alternative energies so that they can free up oil for people. So this is one of those ones that I'm interested to see where this gets a bid, because I think this will get a bid somewhere in here and start ripping up in the future. So I'm just watching that to see where we start to bottom. Triple D, I think 188 again. That number keeps popping up. Was my I wanted to see it hold that. And so we're going to be right around that today. So it'll probably get a bid and bounce, but because of where it's at now, I'm expecting it to come back down into the 150s. So more downside on these. And that goes the opposite for oil. I expect oil, because it's so, I expect it to run up in the morning and then rug pull, kind of like the market. I expect it to sell off in the morning and then switcheroo. I expect the opposite of oil. I expect it to spike and then rug pull. But that's just expectations. I'm not, I'll take profit on my oil because I always take profit. I sell calls. Indo doesn't have calls, so I'm in Indo till 80. But yeah, a lot of these others, I'll sell calls in the morning and I'll wait for the drop and I'll pick them right back up. All right. That does it for me. That's my day. Let's go back to the cues. See how we're going to close this up. Let's go to the 5 minute. Yep, we're going to hit that resistance would be my guess and sell down in a bit of a panic, or they'll simulate a panic, and then we'll rip up, probably back up to here, maybe even higher. Just my guess, just a hunch. We'll see. All right. And with that, I'm out. Be safe, be wise, be bold, and as always, good luck.